Hello dreamers, welcome back and thank you so much for coming again to another one of our toy videos. So today I have my favorite little Zelf guys over here. This is Artie Zelf and he's got beautiful rainbow hair and he is all about creativity and artistic talent. So he's one of the Zelfs you'll be seeing. So what we've got for you today is I'm not going to say it's a video about my favorite Zelf because that would be like asking a mother to pick who her favorite child is. And so when I tried to narrow it down to the type of Zelfs that I wanted to show you, there were just too many. And when I got up to about 21 that I had picked, I realized that there's a few videos I'm going to make. So I just have about 7 or 8 of them in the bag to show you today. And if you would like to see more about my Zelfs and the Zelf shelf, Zelfies, I have a series where I do an entire Zelf shelf tour where I take you through every single one Zelf by Zelf and you get to see all of them. And I was thinking once that's uploaded and people leave comments, if there was any Zelf out of the tour that you would like to see in more detail, because I did spend a fair bit of time on each one, but some of them I just named and pointed out a little bit. If you'd like me to spend more time on any of those Zelfs and spin them around for you and show you their with Zelfs it's called a power mark, but it's like with My Little Pony they have the cutie mark, so I can show you everything about the Zelf. If you leave a comment, I am more than happy to do that for you, because you don't have to twist my arm to make a video about these guys because I love them. So, we don't really have a favorite Zelf video or a favorite Zelf, but I thought that these were some of the ones that I had that had some significant meaning to me. So, as I said before, we have Artie with his beautiful rainbow hair. Look at that. So I love his rainbow hair and I love that he's about art and creativity. And if you follow my Instagram, you will have seen him before. And he is actually responsible for some of the colors and the painting of the Zelf shelf that I have behind me. And his pink and green colors inspired some of the colors because the shelf is blue, green, purple, and pink. Well, in pastel. So Artie helped me with that. And he has his little brushes on the front here. He's got a little smock. He has his smock tied up with a bow, a cute little blue bow, and then a bright pink. And he sits with my Piro doll that I take photos of, again, on my Instagram. And those two are very good friends. So I might show her in a video where I show both of these together because, yeah, they're BFZs. But this was going to be about the Zelfs. So this one, Garni, she is pretty much the reason that I started really getting into Zelf collecting and toy collecting in the first place. As I said in the tour video, it's kind of her fault. Garni here, she has purple bat wings on the back, black hair, and I don't know if you can see it from there, but she has green eyes. And I, in my tweens and teenage years, was actually a goth. And I love YouTubers like It's Black Friday and Toxic Tears. And I think that they're very beautiful and I love that style. And I absolutely love anything that's spacey or gothic And I also love things that are rainbow as well. So I like a lot of different aesthetics. But I was really into that for a while, and it's still appealing to me. I love bats. And Garni, um, she really appealed to me. She was the first Zelf that I got. Oh, and people that collect Zelfs, I knew another collector who has an entire collection, and his first Zelf was also Garni because she's from season 1. And I remember with Garni, she was actually on the shelf at a Woolworths, I think, when I was just getting my groceries, so I wasn't even looking for toys. And she was one of those impulse buys that I always ignore. And there was just something about seeing one of these dolls that reminded me of the old-fashioned troll dolls and the hair. And back in the 90s, when they became popular again, because the troll dolls come in waves of popularity, I really wasn't interested in troll dolls at all. I had a few of them. The same with My Little Pony. I had just had a few of them, but I didn't really have a massive collection. So I liked them, but I didn't have 115 or 120 of them like I do now. So I had a few of them, and they had these troll dolls where they had these crystals in the belly. And I remember one that had bright blue hair, bright blue eyes, and a crystal in the belly. And I remember having a few like that I really liked. And when I saw this Garni in the supermarket aisle, she really reminded me of what I had back then with the troll dolls, and with a lot of those 90s toys where they put a little crystal in the belly. That's become a trend that's become popular with toys. I mean, that's always something that's been popular. Bows and wings and crystals is quite popular, especially on girls' toys. But I remember that being sort of a thing that they had that got started a little bit in the 80s, but mostly in the 90s. That was kind of a thing. And with Garni, she has purple roses. She has purple and silver coloring. She's got glitter on her wings, and she's quite pretty. And I like that she came across in personality sort of like a trickster or a little bit of an adventure seeker. So she's got some elements of, I guess, I want to say a tomboy, but she's kind of got a little bit of spunk to her, which is really good. So we had Adi, we had Garni. So Garni got me into toy collecting. That's why I spent a lot of time talking about her. Who else do we have for you today? We have the beautiful, or handsome, because I feel like this one is a boy. We have the handsome Kitsu, the Kitsune, so fox spirit. And that is one of my favorite folklore creatures, would be a kitsune. I love everything with rabbits and foxes, things with big ears. I love sphinx cats, things with big eyes and big ears, like elves and fey creatures and things like that. I absolutely love that. And I have 2 cats, so I love things that have these big pointy ears. And I love these animal Zelfs. He's got a tail here. And he also has, because Kitsune is associated with a lot of magic and mystery, Kitsu has the moon symbol, and the moon symbol again on the forehead here. So beautiful red colors as well, red and white. So that's the Kitsu. This is Float. I actually have more than one float when I was collecting. She's got see-through wings. She's pastel pink and white. I feel relaxed when I speak about her. Just float. She's so pretty. She's so beautiful. She puts me in a good mood. She has a lovely smile. She's got like a quirky little face shape. I like how her ears point down. Usually I like things where the ears point up. It makes them look very cheeky. But she's almost got her ears pointing down, so she's sort of got that soft style, kind of cute. And it reminds me a little bit of the differences between Asian and Western style makeup styles, where if you see video tutorials where they do more of a Western style, and they'll do these big cat's eyes where the corner of the eyes will point up, and it will be big eyelashes and really sort of fierce looking eyes, and almost sort of contoured face, sharp features. And then when you have more Korean or Japanese style makeup, they'll sort of make the eyes bigger and softer and sort of very pastel pink, very round, soft style makeup. And Float for some reason reminds me because she's got the ears pointing down, and she's got the big eye shape. And that's another thing I love about the Zelfs, is they actually have different eye shapes. They're not, well, a lot of them just have a round eye shape, but some of them actually have different shapes around the bead eye or the glass eyes here. And yeah, Float, she always just had this very soft pastel scheme, and then even the bigness of her eyes and the way that her ears point down give that soft, gentle, sweet vibe to her. So I really like that. And I don't know if you can see her transparent wings, but I really love the designs on those. They've got these little swirly designs, so that's beautiful. Then we have Bubbly, who also gives me a sense of relaxation, although she's meant to be cheerful and bubbly like her name. And she's a little bit transparent as well. And do you remember when you were a kid how anything transparent was really magical and cool? I love that about her. So she is transparent. She's got, well, partially transparent. She has heart patterns on her chest. There's like a Splatoon style Nickelodeon, splatty, melty heart. She's got a space fae vibe to her, so she's got these bubbles on her head. And because of the transparent pastel colors, she just reminds me of just letting your troubles float away. And she actually inspired me to make an entire guided meditation where I sing and chant and talk about letting your troubles float away. And I had that on a podcast, but I might put the audio to that if anyone's interested. I could put the audio of that maybe with some visuals, so I could put it up on my YouTube as well. And that was inspired by Bubbly. Birchie is an all-time favorite. He's one of my favorites, and a lot of Zelf collectors absolutely love him. He's one of the few male Zelfs, well, in the canon. I mean, you can make them whatever you like. It's a toy. It's a character of imagination. You can make your toys whatever you like. So we have Birchie. He's got branches on him. I like the association with the birch tree. Birch tea actually has a lot of healing properties. If you look into different leaves and plants, Mother Nature has so much good medicine for you right there. And so we've got his lovely emerald green hair. He's got his little horns, so he kind of reminds me of Pan a little bit. He's got that forest spirit vibe to him, and I like that even though he's made of plastic, he's got a very earthy, fey fairy tale. He's got a very fairy tale aspect to him. So he's absolutely beautiful. I'll just hold him still because he's just so cool, and I'll put him here. And then he's got there. And I also love his power. He is all about healing, helping other people, and just being kind and compassionate to other people. So he's like a little natural healer. I would imagine in the Zelf world he would probably be some kind of naturopath, or maybe a counselor, or maybe a magician, I don't know, but he just seems like someone who would rescue animals and listen to your problems or something. He's Birchie, so he's absolutely wonderful. And this was the little tree, the little bubble tree that Bubbly had. So some of them came with environments that you could sit or stand them on, like so. And that was pretty much it, except for Angela La, or Angel Lala, the Angel Zelf. There's a crystal version of her, but I feel like this is a him. This one's a him. And this one has a special place in my heart because, well, the angel and the wings is so beautiful, and there's not a lot that have this lovely silver and gold color scheme. It's so nice, don't you think? This lovely, the ones with the wings. When I have some issues with my immune system, I've got a really puffy throat right now. It's so sore, but it's always sore, so it's not like I can put things on hold, because with a bad immune system, I'm sick all the time. I catch everything, so I get sick a lot, and when I get sick quite badly. And this little guy, when I was packing, I needed to stay for a little bit in hospital. I was packing my bags to go, and he got knocked, when I was getting ready, he got knocked off the shelf and into my bag. So when I was in my hospital bed, this little angel was by my side. So I thought it was beautiful that he kind of fell into the bag. He must have fell into the bag when I was ready, but I found him in my bag. And that tends to happen a lot with me with the Zelfs, is they all have different meanings and they have different symbols, and I find it so interesting that sometimes I'll be worried about something or thinking about something, and then I'll notice one of them, or one of them might fall off the shelf, and it will give me sort of a sense of comfort. And they're sort of good to meditate on. You just sort of think about the different attributes that they have. You don't always have to use a crystal or a candle. You can even use something like a little toy or a little character can help you relax. There's so many things you can do with toys, you know? There's no limit. Only your imagination is the limit. So that's Angela La, or Angel Lala, I like to say. That's really cute. So beautiful Angel Lala. And there's so much more to show you, but that was it, and that was already longer than I thought it would be. So thank you again, and let me know, out of the ones that I showed you, which one was your favorite, and do you have a favorite toy or a favorite Zelf if you collect Zelfs? And if so, let me know in the comments, and please check out my other videos. I've got some other videos, and let me know what you've been enjoying and what you'd like to see more of, because I'm happy to try my best to make that. Alright, we'll see you next time, dreamers. Bye! Sweet dreams!